Hey YouTube, my name's Sean, and today, this is my first video, and we'll be going over the 2021-2022 NHL standings, even though it's way too early. I will be going by division, then I will announce the President's Trophy winner, and then the Stanley Cup winner. Starting off in the Central Division at number 8, we have the Arizona Coyotes, because I don't think they'll be as good as, they weren't that good last year, but I don't think they'll be as good as they were last year, if you know what I'm saying. But they lost a lot of people. Connor Garland, Ekman Larson, but they also added a bunch of people's cap dumps, so that's number 8 in the Central Division. At number 7 in the Central Division, we have the Nashville Predators. I don't remember who they added or who they lost, actually. So I don't think they'll be any better than they were last year. That's all I have to say for them. Coming in at number 6, we have the Dallas Stars in the Central Division. I don't think they'll have a bounce-back season at all, but they did add 2 big names, slightly big names, in Ryan Suter and Braden Holtby. Holtby could possibly make their goaltending a little better. And Suter could add some veteran presence to that team. At number 5 in the Central Division, we have the Chicago Blackhawks. They added Marc-Andre Fleury, Caleb Jones, Seth Jones, and I don't remember anyone else, but those are the 3 names I remember the most that they added. Don't know who they lost, but I believe this team could be a contender in the next few years. Not this year. They'll be 5th this season. At number 4, we have the St. Louis Blues. They did win the Cup back in 2019. And who'd they add? Saad and Buchnevich, I think. Yeah, they could add a lot, I think. They'll clinch the wild card. Sorry, the fly. A wild card, and that's about it. I don't see them having a deep playoff run, though. At number 3 in the Central Division, we have the Minnesota Wild, and this depends on if they keep Kaprizov. I think they'll keep him, but pretty soon he could go to the KHL. That's all I gotta say. Number 2 in the Central Division, we have the Winnipeg Jets, and they could have a deep playoff run. I don't remember who they added, though. They did get swept by Montreal, but they did sweep Edmonton last year, so it's a little mixed feelings, actually. Number 1, of course, we have the Colorado Avalanche. They did lose a few players, but I don't remember them adding anyone. Maybe a few young players that aren't as known yet, but they'll be known in the Avalanche. Moving on to Pacific Division, we have Anaheim Ducks at number 8. Yeah, this is not going to be a good season, in my opinion, for them. I'm sorry, Ducks fans, but that's all. Well, they could have a Calder Trophy winner in Trevor Zegras, but that's all. Number 7 in the Pacific Division, we have San Jose. I don't think the Sharks will do as good as a lot of teams. And who knows what will happen with Evander Kane. This is pretty much just the same thing as Anaheim for San Jose. Number 6 in the Pacific Division, we have Seattle Kraken. I don't expect a lot for them, honestly. They'll be better than the Sharks and Ducks, a few other teams, but I don't expect a lot still. Number 5 in the Pacific Division. Sorry, I can't say that good. We have Calgary Flames. I don't know a lot about this team. I know they added Blake Coleman from Tampa, who just won back-to-back cups, so I still don't think they'll be in the playoffs, though. 4, we have LA. With Byfield, he could win the Calder, of course. I think he only played one NHL game, so he's still a rookie, obviously. And the Kings, wild card team, they could be contenders soon, too. Their team's pretty good now, in my opinion. And number 4, and they'll probably be top 16 in the league. Number 3 in the Pacific Division, we have Vancouver Canucks. This team could surprise a lot of people with Garland and Ekman-Larsson coming. And they won't have a good playoff run, in my opinion, but they'll make the playoffs. At number 2 in the Pacific, we have Edmonton. I'm expecting this team to go on a run soon with McDavid and Draisaitl. And they lost Ethan Bear to Carolina. They got someone in return, I think. Forget who, but I could see this team going on a run soon, honestly. And at number 1, Vegas. Even if losing Marc-Andre Fleury, he's a top goalie in the league, but with losing him, they'll still be number 1 in the Pacific by a little margin, at least, above Edmonton. Moving on to the Atlantic Division, at number 8, this might be surprising, but Buffalo, and they lost a lot in Reinhart, Ristolainen, and probably Eichel. And not much to say about this team. At number 7, we have Ottawa. I don't necessarily see them being a bad team, but they did start a rebuild, I'm assuming, I guess. And there's a lot of better teams in this division, to be honest. They're not a bad team, though. At number 6, we have Detroit. This is pretty much the exact same reason as Ottawa. At number 5 in the Atlantic, we have Montreal. They did make it to the finals last year, but these teams are definitely going to be better than them this year. Just saying. 4, getting the wild card spot, is Boston. Boston lost Krejci, but they do have a new goalie tandem with Ullmark and Swayman, I believe. Swayman, yes. And we need to see how they are. Number 3, I have Toronto. Yep. The Leafs are looking for a cup. At least their fans are looking for a cup, but sorry if I offended anyone. They're looking for a cup, that's all. That's just all. They got Mrazek. I don't know how he will do for them. Number 2, we have the Florida Panthers in the Atlantic Division. I see this team being really good. Not quite number 1 yet, because the other team, back-to-back cups, but they'll be good. Of course, at number 1 in the Atlantic Division, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning. And they did lose a lot of not key players, but good players. And I think they lost Gord to the expansion draft. I forget who else, but Coleman. But yeah, they'll still be number 1 because they're Tampa. Moving on to the Metro Division, our final division. At number 8, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets. This team, honestly, could be worse than Buffalo. It's weird to say that, but this team could be worse than Buffalo. Not much to say. Number 7, I think this team will be pretty underrated this year. The New Jersey Devils. They're not going to be a bad team, but That's all. They're not going to be bad. They'll be better in a few years, though. At number 6 in the Metropolitan Division, we have the Philadelphia Flyers. Yes, they're missing it this year, in my opinion. Even though they go in and out of the playoffs every year for a while now, I think they'll miss it this year now. Yeah, these teams are just too good now. At number 5 in the Metropolitan Division, we have the Washington Capitals missing the playoffs. This is honestly kind of sad because most years of my life, I think they've been in the playoffs, and the era's done. At number 4, pulling off the wild card spot, we have the New York Rangers, and they'll be pretty good. Shesterkin, he is going to be a really good goalie someday, maybe this year, honestly. 3, we have the Carolina Hurricanes. I do think they regressed a little this offseason, so there won't be number 2 or 1, but 3, maybe 4 this year, in my opinion. At number 2, we have my favorite team, Pittsburgh Penguins. They did lose 2 pretty good players in Tanev and McCann, and CC. But they'll be good this year in my opinion. I'm sorry if people think I'm biased, but I'm not. I can't prove that to you, but I'm not biased. And at number 1 in the Metropolitan Division, we have the New York Islanders. This team is going to be really good this year. Watch out. That's all I'm saying. Winning the President's Trophy, we have the Colorado Avalanche. I believe this team down the road could win 3-4 cups with this core. They're really good, man. Winning the Stanley Cup, I have the New York Islanders in 2022. I believe that they're just too good right now. The Penguins lost to them in the first round, of course. And they won the cup. And what a good way to open up a new arena, honestly. So, congrats if they do win it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment, and put the notifications on, because I'm trying to grow this channel. This was my first video. I'm sorry it was pretty bad with my voice and everything, the way I look. And just thanks for watching. Please have a good day.